Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn inverse Laplace transformation by using partial fraction. So let's revise the few points about partial fraction. Px upon qx, where p and q both are polynomial. The degree of px is smaller than degree of qx. It is very important point. Degree of px should be less than degree of qs, means degree of numerator is strictly less than degree of denominator. Then we apply partial fraction. Okay, and the first term, if the condition is 1 upon x minus a, x minus b, so we will write a upon x minus a, x minus b. For example, you can see if there is 1 upon x minus 3 and x minus 2 is there, so what we have to do, we have to introduce new constant, that is a upon x minus 3 plus b upon x minus 2, and then we will find a and b. By few methods are there to find a and b value. I'll discuss later in questions. Second, if x square minus a, x minus b is there, x square minus a, x minus b is there, then we write ax plus b. For example, if there is x square plus 2, x minus 1, okay, so then I have to write ax plus b, two constant for first term, x square plus 2, and another constant for second term, that is x minus 1. Okay, and similarly, if there is x minus a whole square, okay, x minus a whole square, x minus b, then what we have to write, a upon x minus a, b upon x minus a square, and c upon x minus b. Okay, for example, if there is, suppose x square x plus 2 only, okay, so what you have to write, a upon x, second is b upon x square, and the another constant for last term, that is c upon x plus 2. Okay, and then you have to find value of ABC. By using this value of ABC, you can convert this fraction into addition or subtraction. Okay, so let's see by first example based on partial fraction. If I want to find Laplace inverse of 1 upon s square plus s minus 2. So this is not standard formula. So I have to convert this formula into fraction form. S square plus s minus 2 I have to convert. Yeah, so you can see over here, now we have factors of this s minus 1, s plus 2. Okay, s minus 1, s plus 2 you multiply, so you will get this s square plus s minus 2 term. Okay, so partial fraction decomposition of that is a upon s minus 1, b upon s plus 2, because both are linear, so a upon s minus 1 plus b upon s minus 2. Now what we have to do, we just cross multiply the term, so it will be a into s minus 2 and b into s minus 1. Now we have to find out the value of a and b, and I used the method to find a and b, that is comparison method. You can see left hand side we have one value, and right hand side coefficient of s we have to write and constant term we have to write. Okay, so coefficient of s is a plus b, and if you see constant, so it is 2a minus b. Okay, coefficient of a is as plus bs, and constant, if we are talking about constant, so it will be 2a minus b. Okay, if you compare both the sides, so you can see in the left hand side there is no term of s, so you can say my value of a plus b, which is equal to 0, and 2a minus b, which is equal to 1, because this is constant and we have constant which is equal to 1. If you solve this term, so what you will get after addition, 3a which is equal to 1, or a is which is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, so if a is equal to 1 by 3 and a plus b which is equal to 0, so b is also 1 by 3. So this is one of the method By using this method, you can find the value of a and b. So here we have a value of a is 1 by 3 and value of b is minus 1 by 3. And we just put the value of 1 by 3 in place of a and minus 1 by 3 in place of b, and then we will find inverse Laplace transformation. Okay, and you can see inverse Laplace transformation we can use by using linear property, and this is standard formula. If you are not aware of what is a standard formula, so you can watch previous video where I discuss about standard formula and how to solve question on standard formula. Okay, so 1 upon s minus a, the standard formula is e raised to power, you can see 1 upon s minus a in inverse Laplace transformation, the formula is e raised to power at. So here we have a value 1, so e raised to power 1t, and here we have a value plus 2, so e raised to power minus 2t. Okay, so this is question number 1. I hope you understand this question. If you have any doubt, you can discuss in comment box. Okay, so let's see another question, question number 2. So in question number 2, you can see find Laplace inverse of 3s plus 1, numerator is 3s plus 1 and denominator is s plus 1 s square plus 4. S denominator is s plus 1 s square plus 4 and numerator is 3s plus 1. Okay, so first of all we separate this term and then we will find a Laplace inverse of both the term. So partial fraction decomposition is a upon s plus 1 and bs plus c upon s square plus 4. Okay, so as I discussed, if there is a square term, so you have to write two constant bs plus c. Okay, and this is linear term, so that's why we write a single constant term, that is a. Okay, now what we have to do, you just pause this video and find the value of ABC, and let's check your value is correct or not. So now what we have to do, we just have to cross multiply. So here a is multiplied with s square plus 4 and bs plus c is multiplied with s plus 1. Okay, so bs plus c is multiplied with s plus 1 and a is multiplied with s square plus 4. And what we have to do now, we compare the term of s square, the term of s and constant term, both the side. So you can see the coefficient of s square in the left hand side is 0, but in right hand side we have a plus b. Okay, similarly coefficient of s we have b plus c, and the constant term we have 4a plus c. So we have three equations. First is a plus b, which is equal to 0. Why 0? Because in left hand side we don't have coefficient of s square. Okay, and b plus c will be 3, because coefficient of s here 3 and here we have b plus c, and the constant 4a plus c, which is equal to 1. And by solving this three equation we will get, yes, by solving this three equation we will get the value of a, b, c. And I just write value of a is minus 2 by 5. You can solve the value. If you have any problem you can write in comment box also. Value of a is minus 2 by 5, value of b is 2 by 5 and value of c is 13 by 5. Okay, so in the next step you have to just put the value in place of a, b, c. So a value is minus 2 by 5 and bs plus c will be this b plus c. Okay, now taking inverse Laplace transformation both the side by linear property we can do that. So now minus 2 upon 5 is constant, 2 upon 5 is constant, 13 upon 5 is constant. So we just separate this term with the constant. So constant Laplace inverse of variable, constant Laplace inverse plus variable. Here we have s upon s square plus 4 and 13 upon 5 s square plus 4. So we just split into two parts. First is this and second is 13 upon 5 term. Okay, now you can see in the inverse Laplace transformation we have a standard formula. Okay, and what is standard formula? So first is 1 upon s plus a, so Laplace inverse of 1 upon s plus a, which is equal to e raised to power minus 8. Okay, s upon s square plus 4, s upon s square plus 4, this is cos 80, and value of a is 2 square, so cos 2t. And the last one is a constant upon s square plus 4, so this will be 1 upon a sin 80. Okay, so you can see we have e raised to power minus t by standard formula, s upon s square plus a square. In inverse Laplace transformation it is cos 80. Okay, and similarly Laplace inverse of 1 upon s square plus a square is 1 upon a sin 80. So we use this formula and find value of inverse Laplace transformation, and this is our final answer, that is 2 minus 2 by 5 e raised to power minus t, 2 by 5 cos 2t, 13 by 5 sin 2t divided by 5 divided by 2. Okay, because it should be 2 upon s square plus 2 square, and if it is 1 upon s square plus a square, so it will be 1 upon a sin 80. Okay, so I hope you understand the question number 2, and now let's to the next part, that is question number 3. Find inverse Laplace transformation of 5s square minus 15s minus 11 divided by s plus 1 s minus 2 whole square. Okay, I purposely take this 3 different question just to solve partial fraction of all the part. First is a linear term, second question you can see s square plus something, and the last question is s minus 2 square. Okay, so your concept of partial fraction may be clear by using this 3 question and formula. So now partial fraction decomposition is, so first of all the same thing, a upon s plus 1, b upon s minus 2 and c upon s minus 2 square. Because this is whole square term, so we have to write b upon s minus 2 plus c upon s minus 2 square. Okay, so now just we cross multiplied the thing, take LCM and multiply. So a multiplied with s minus 2 square, b is multiplied with s plus 1 s minus 2, and c is multiplied with s plus 1. Okay, and in this particular question I'll discuss another method to find that constant ABC, that is by putting value. Okay, so if you put s is equal to 2, if you find this method is more compatible or more you find difficult, so you can use previous one. If you find this method as a comfortable method, so you can use this method also. Okay, so now put value s is equal to 2. So if you put s is equal to 2, so you can see the constant or coefficient of a will be 0, because 2 minus 2 will be 0, and is in this part again you, if you put 2, so it will be 0, so you directly find the value of constant c. Okay, so if you put 2 in a left hand side, so what you have 2 square, that is 4, 4 into 5, that is 20, 2 into 15, that is 30, minus 11, this is equal to 3c. There implies it will be minus 21, which is equal to right hand side is 3c, and value of c is equal to minus 7. Okay, similarly if I want to find another constant, so you can see if I put s is equal to minus 1, why I am putting minus 1, to convert this bracket into 0. Okay, so if I put minus 1, so it will be 0, it will be 0, I can directly find the value of a. So put s is equal to minus 1. So what you have now, if I put s is equal to minus 1, so minus 1 square will be 1, so it will be 5, minus 1 if I put in this, so it will be plus 15, minus, so this is the constant, so it will be minus 11. And in the right hand side b and c will be 0, minus 1 minus 2 whole square, that is minus 3 whole square, that is 9a. Okay, now there implies I can see here we have 20 minus 11, that is 9a, which is equal to 9, and there I can find value of a is equal to 1. Okay, now again the third coefficient I want to find, so I'll put other all values like 1, 2, 3, whatever you want you can put. So I'll put value s is equal to 0, so my left hand side will be 0, 0 and minus 11. Okay, so if I put s is equal to 0, so left hand side will be minus 1, and this will be 4a, because 0 minus 2 whole square, so 4a minus 2b, and plus c, because s is equal to 0, so minus 2b plus c. Okay, so now I can put value of a which is equal to 1, which I already find in a previous equation. So put a is equal to 1 and c is equal to minus 7, so I'll find value of b, that is 4. Okay, so one method is that you can compare the coefficient, and this is another method where you can put value of s and find the coefficient of ABC in your partial fraction. Okay, so finally what I have, value of a is equal to 1, value of b is equal to 4, and value of c which is equal to minus 7. And I just put a value in this partial fraction part. So a 1, b is equal to 4, c is equal to minus 7. And now taking inverse Laplace transformation both the sides, so I have this 1 upon s plus 1, Laplace inverse 4 upon s minus 2, and 7 upon s minus 2 whole square. So this is standard formula. Again I am writing, that is 1 upon s plus a, so it will be e raised to power minus 80. If it is s minus a, so it will be e raised to power plus 80. So this is standard formula. This is standard formula, and in this particular formula we will use first shifting theorem. Okay, so if you don't know that what is first shifting theorem in inverse Laplace transformation, you can watch the previous video. Okay, so now again a constant 4 is there, e raised to power, it will convert e raised to power 2t 1 upon s square. Okay, so I am just writing over here, if you are not aware, if there is 1 phi of s minus a in a Laplace inverse, so it will be e raised to power at Laplace inverse of phi of s. Okay, so e raised to power at means e raised to power 2t, and Laplace inverse of phi of s means your s minus a term will become phi of s square. And now we put the standard formula, that is 1 upon s raised to power n, which is equal to t raised to power n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 factorial. So we will use that formula and find value, and this is our final answer, e raised to power minus t plus 4 e raised to power 2t minus 7 e raised to power 2t multiplied with t. So I hope you like the video and understand the concept of inverse Laplace transformation by using partial fraction. I'll discuss few problems again in a whiteboard also. So keep watching the video. Thank you so much.